Cimoooooooo!
Welcome to Tech Tuesday, a weekly series where we discuss some awesome tech cards as well as help make you a better player. This week's card is DD Crow, a really cool hand trap that's really going to peck at your opponent's last nerve. So DD Crow is a level 1 dark winged beast type monster with 100 attack and 100 defense. But the stats are mainly irrelevant since it is a hand trap, and you're mainly just going to be using it from your hand to disrupt your opponent's plays. Since the text reads that during either player's turn, you can discard this card to the graveyard to target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that target. Now for such a simple card, this card actually does a lot of damage to the meta right now. I mean, if you look at how it's taking shape, a lot of these decks are relying on using their graveyard as a toolbox. So having a card that can disrupt their graveyard at any time is really powerful and gives you a lot of control in the duel. Now let's start with Performer Mage Shaddoll. Now this deck is gaining a lot of popularity because people are realizing just how versatile the deck is. But DD Crow is a really solid answer to the deck because you can use it to banish Trick Clown so they can't keep special summoning over and over again to continuously spam rank 4s. You can use it on Thousand Blades if they run that in their variant, or any Clown Blade variant for that matter. But you can also use it too to stop the Damage Juggler, and you can use it on anything that Falco targets in the graveyard to special summon. And that just goes into the Shaddolls as well, because being able to stop Falco targets is really powerful. Also, being able to hit a card like Glow Up Bulb with DD Crow can be really key, because as a lot of us know, if you see Glow Up Bulb, there's a really good potential that Trish might be coming. So being able to knock Glow Up Bulb and stop the problem can be just a really clutch play. Now let's talk about Necros. Now it's really important to talk about as many options as possible against what's considered to still be the best deck in the format. And DD Crow's no exception. Sure, there might be better cards to use, but DD Crow is still fairly decent. For example, if your opponent only has one monster in their graveyard, one Necros monster, and they have Valk in their hand, and you know that because they searched it, you can just ditch the Crow, they're not going to be able to Valk, and you can go ahead and push for an OTK. Or simply enough, if they discard Unicorn to target something engraved, you go and use DD Crow, banish the target, and they're not going to get anything back. It's a simple 1-for-1. Now moving into Satellar Knights. Satellar Knights rely on the graveyard a lot, because Deneb being resurrected either through Altair, through Call the Haunted, through Oasis of Dragon Souls, however it needs to be done, it needs to be done. And so by using DD Crow to banish Deneb and just get rid of it permanently from the game can be one of the best and most amazing things you can do. And finally, let's talk about Burning Abyss, because just like all the other decks we've discussed, DD Crow is just as effective. Anytime the Burning Abyss player decides to target something with Seer or with Dante, you can go ahead and chain your DD Crow and they're not going to get it back. And being able to hit a Dante Engrave off of DD Crow seems pretty good. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about DD Crow. Now I know DD Crow is such a simple 1-for-1, and it might not seem like it does a whole lot, but the amount of plays that DD Crow can disrupt and potentially stop the opponent from going off, I feel like makes it worth mentioning. It's something to consider moving forward. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you next week.
Cimoooooooo!